Hey, it's Matt the Master, and you already know what's going on. This is the 14th episode of the stupid shit I did when I was a teenager. And in this episode, I'm going to be talking about the times that I was 15 years old and I pulled the fire alarm at school. Throughout my pre-teenagehood and my teenagehood, I had a friend named Nathaniel. And Nathaniel lived in a neighborhood across the street from the high school that I went to. And most of the people in this neighborhood who were my age group went to my school, except for Nathaniel. And when I was 15, what we used to do is on the weekends, we would go to the school that I went to, and one of us would jump the fence and he would open the fence door for the rest of us to come inside. What we would be doing is some of us would be playing basketball and others would be on the benches. For example, on this day, a friend of ours, Kevin, he was just rolling up blunts and we were smoking them after. And then Nathaniel, he went to the fire alarm, and as a prank, he was gonna pull it. Everybody's telling him, don't pull it, don't pull it, don't pull it. Except for me, of course. So Nathaniel pulls the fire alarm and we're all running. We all get the hell out of there because we're not supposed to be at school because it's prohibited. And while we're running, everybody splits up into groups of 2 and 3. I'm with Nathaniel, of course. And we all split up. That's that. 2 days later, it's Tuesday and there's no school this day because it's voting day. So we show up to the school again and it's the same people more or less, but this time I bring some extra friends. I bring my friend McNally, who's in some of my other videos, and I brought 2 friends who had just moved here from Venezuela. We're all having a good time. We're playing basketball, we're smoking pot, and then I go up to the fire alarm, and this time I pull it. And it's deja vu. We're all running, we all split up. Fire trucks are there within minutes, and we all meet up at the supermarket after, and we're saying, ha 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 ha, we got away with it again. So the very next day, I show up to school, and next to the fire alarm that I had pulled is the assistant principal and a bunch of guys that are in uniforms. And the people who are in uniforms were contracted by the school to put glass around the fire alarms and a hammer next to it as well, so that next time somebody pulls the fire alarm, it can't be, oh, it was an accident. You know what I'm saying? And I'm thinking, big deal. But these people were also contracted to do something else at the school. These people are putting glass to cover the rims of the basketball hoops, which made it impossible to play basketball, which is the most popular sport in the school. This had occurred close to the very beginning of the school year, so basketball was canceled for the majority of the school year, and nobody knew that it was my fault. The moral of the story is a couple of things. First and foremost, don't cry wolf. Me and Nathaniel pulling that fire alarm, we were essentially crying wolf because we're saying, there's a fire, help us. And when the firefighters show up, it's where's the fire? You know what I'm saying? And this is a problem because if someday there is an emergency at that school and somebody does pull the fire alarm, the firefighters are going to show up first priority because it's a school, but without a shadow of a doubt, they are not going to respond with the same sense of urgency that they did the first 2 times that we pulled the fire alarm. Because the firefighters are going to be in their headquarters, and they're going to be getting the call from us, and they're going to be thinking, what do these assholes want this time? Second thing is, don't pull off pranks that other people have to suffer for. Everybody had to suffer for what I had done. There was no basketball for everyone. How idiotic was it for me to pull the fire alarm just 48 hours after my best friend had pulled it? I couldn't wait a week, 2 weeks. It was just 2 days after the fire alarm was pulled that I pulled it again. And that's why the school staff snapped. You know what I'm saying? They snapped because they're saying, Jesus Christ, these motherfuckers pulled it just 2 days ago and they're doing this shit again. They couldn't even wait 1 whole month or something. So yeah, don't cry wolf and don't pull pranks that other people have to suffer for. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned because you know I'm gonna be making more videos. So stay tuned and see you next time. Adios.